Wolf Cubs band. No clue who that is. It's a nice starting record. He actually got Dutch players, that's nice.
Yeah, tackle isn't going to be a fake skill this game.
He got a movement 6 goal, that's a bit
Suboptimal.
84 Wolf, but no sure hands, no. Well, okay, this is a game. We also need to top up the cider. Which is easy when you have 5 liters in the fridge.
Very easy.
And the fridge is straight right by your computer.
Lucky bugger.
It's good stuff, Bubbit. It's good stuff.
Have you ever thought of drinking something sort of proper or appropriate? What's that?
Instead of what it is you call, quote-unquote, alcohol.
Farmhouse cider is proper. It's good stuff. It's Somerset cider. Good stuff.
That's questionable.
It's good stuff.
Again, questionable.
Well, if it's Somerset cider, I might have to withdraw my any objections.
It's served from Devon, to be precise.
Oh, well, then it's filth and it's dead to me.
It is good, though. It's proper good stuff. It's
My mother hails from Somerset. My 101-year-old grandmother died in Somerset. As a youngster, by about the age of 13 or 14, my grandmother's third husband would bring me a sort of gallon jug of backyard brewed scrumpy.
Oh,
Still had
that doesn't sound appetizing, really.
it sounds
it was like
brilliant.
drinking brake fluid. Too much of it, you go blind.
But we spend some time in Somerset and rode down in Somerset and Devon areas. I ended up filling like 28. I think I ended up buying 28 liters of cider during the week from different small places. It was brilliant.
Well, this was very much of the illegal variety, but there is some fantastic local ciders down there.
Yeah, that's a lot of...
Yes, the illegal variety. The ones where you can literally feel the alcohol burn all the way through your lips.
Absolutely. You can also clean paintbrushes with it at will.
And
literally just a paint stripper.
Yeah, and the inside of drains. But I had a second cousin down there who was into raping. He only worked 6 weeks of the year taking the rape harvested. And when I was down there once, he genuinely turned to me and said the following expression: "David, do you want to come see my new brand new combine harvester?" I didn't think people actually said things like that in the world, the real world. But that was said to me.
You were clearly surprised, because this is not something you'd expect to hear ever.
Well, you don't get that a lot in North London.
No.
Not many people offer to show you their new combine harvester. He's emigrated to Australia now.
Oh, so he's got a combine harvester in Australia instead?
No, he gave up. The raping business was too seasonal. You work sort of 23 hours a day for 6 weeks a year, and then you pretty much starve.
Doesn't sound optimal, at least.
Whereas if you want to farm, apparently in Australia you can still get, you can set a farm up. There is still the land to do that. Of course, there's not a lot of that left in Britain, and what is mostly owned by very large, rich farms. So if you're not born into a farm, your odds of having a farm pretty slim.
Yep.
You can marry a farm. That's a popular way of getting a farm.
I don't understand why you would, though.
Well, some people like that sort of thing. Didn't one of the people in Blur decide they could afford a farm and went and did a farm?
I think so. A lot of people have done that.
It's overrated.
What, having a farm?
No, knockdowns.
Oh.
I should do something sensible. How much time? Plenty time.
I like the country. It's lovely to visit. And then to leave and go somewhere that isn't the country.
Yeah, I like the country as well, but mostly just when you're driving through it to get to somewhere else.
Yeah, yes, that's also a good time to use the country. This is a route between two better places that aren't country.
Exactly.
No offence to anyone who lives in the country, obviously more just pity.
Yes, offence.
You live in the country.
Me living in the country?
You barely live in a country.
Oh. Yeah, I live in a blob. But that blob is your homeland as well.
Well,
Right, my attention is back. So, there's some Blood Bowl happening. Hurrah!
kind of.
Oh.
It's. I'm moving around, rolling some dice.
Well, in the expectation of some Blood Bowl eventually.
Yes.
Fingers crossed that Blood Bowl happens later.
And now he's going to foul me, because he's an evil git.
To be fair, you are coaching elves, so everyone should be fouling you.
All the time. Always.
And
Or at least should consider it a viable option.
Yep.
Is he going to dodge his Garter? That is the real question. It's not. Oh, thank you. That's helpful. If you do that, then we need to block the tree. What can go wrong? Nothing.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Tree coming down the sideline.
Yeah, at some point you do need to talk to me about your strategy with trees, particularly the complete avoidance of taking root. Because I like that and I'd like to learn how to do it.
I'm kind of in. I have two routes with the tree. Either I take root all the time, or don't do it.
Right.
Apparently, this game it seems to be the I don't do it.
Yeah, one of those is definitely more preferable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I was about to say talk about my normal avoidance of taking trees at all. We can talk about that. But since this is CCL and there's plenty with trats, we need a Mr. Trat magnet.
Absolutely. If you know something's going to work, you take it.
So we haven't lost anybody.
Yet.
Now he's blitzing a wrestle dude. And casting a wrestle dude. Now Mr. I don't have dodge needs to dodge, or are you just giving me a... I'm confused. I am...
Well, the game's called Blood Bowl,
Yes.
and he's trying to hurt your pieces whilst you're trying to get the ball towards the big line in the distance.
But why is he leaving his best player?
It's all an elaborate scheme. You'll see.
Ah,
It's
that's why.
tempting you onto it, surely.
Fucking missed the track net, mate.
It is quite interesting exposing one wolf in order to try and protect the other.
But I'm not.
But surely that's what was going on there, isn't it?
Must be something like that.
Oh,
be
I'm going to go
easier.
ahead and call that tremendous. The performance
Ha!
being put in there by Elmwood.
It's potentially not the best ever cage or whatever we're calling this ever been. Ah, yes.
Yeah, I think less of a cage, more of a sort of tent.
I was slightly annoying with having 3 hits and none of them knocking anybody down. I was not really pleased.
That's because you're relying on herp dirt bash tactics, aren't you?
Yes. I
Instead of
could
the
have used.
sweet.
It had looked better if one of those 3 blocks had been knocked down.
Certainly, it would have been prettier for you, but elves shouldn't have to rely on taking pieces out, should they, Cole?
I don't want to take them down, I just want to put them down on the floor. That's why I got 4 wrestle pieces for fuck's sake.
Yes. Well, Nuffle said no.
But if
Good plans don't rely on dice.
it's really hard playing a dice game.
It is somewhat counterintuitive.
That's fine so far. I'm
I'm
still,
also struggling to see his plan, but
you can run all the way around and hit my catcher, I guess.
yeah,
But that's
he's going to buffalo girl it and come round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
and use a reroll. Use a reroll. He's not even. That's not even a blitz. I'm confused again.
Aren't we all?
I know he's got dice with the kick player, but that's.
Doesn't
Oh,
kick also count basically as tackle?
okay. Roundhouse kick. It apparently does.
Yes, you see, I told you the hidden tackle there did for you. I mean, actually, he moved him into place quite nicely.
And now he's used everybody. So. Why was half those moves necessary?
You don't understand. These are next level tactics.
Okay.
Well, the fact he's gone and worked, he's taken out half the elves on the pitch and moved the ball out of elf hands twice. I think we have much to learn of the ways of Nuffle.
No, just the ways of weird playstyles and coaches.
That's a bit.
I mean, I don't like the way he put that screen up there before he took the obvious hit on the ball. But I like the way he got the zombie in place. That worked
good.
okay.
That was fine. Yeah.
But sometimes, I mean, people always say do the least risky first. Well, yes, but it left him nothing to go after the equity once he did get the ball down. So sometimes you've got to go for it a little earlier and see if it works out, giving you options to actually do something with it.
What do we do here? We probably need to put. There's no reason to go for that. Go there. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. We might need to reroll that. Which leaves us with no reroll.
We're going to see the classic runaway tactic here.
Yeah, but it's a bit. It will have been better if I had. So that's a 2+2+. Let's. You can get me. So we need some 2+, and you cannot really get around it. And the first 2+ is a 1. And a dead.
Ooh.
How many players did he have? Did he have a bench?
Well, you've got one less.
Cannot do that. Oh, he had a bench. 1 already, that's fine.
Yeah, he did. One of the ones you casualties had already regened,
Yeah.
and he had one sat there.
Yeah.
So,
I did have to make 3 2+s.
well, let's just hope he decides there's all sorts of places he wants his wolves before they come and hurt your ball carrier.
That's also, he might even just serve my 85 instead of go for the ball. It seems like a silly plan, but
It really does. I mean, everyone loves having an AG5, but I also prefer winning the game.
It's a lot funnier to win a game, isn't it?
It is.
that
That's
the second there's the second casualty already. There's no
hasn't
respect.
he just frenzy trapped himself
There's
into a 2-die, 1-die?
Yes. There's no respect for wrestling in this game.
Well, there are reasons for that. It's not. I mean, it's really good in places, but there's a reason it isn't slammed all over every team, despite how incredibly useful it can be for elves.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
He really is. What the shuddering choices?
Oh,
Everyone
that
has
is
the right to
both
make
down.
their own
That would have
choices.
been hilarious.
I don't understand this. I play Blood Bowl wrong, clearly. Well, there you are.
And he did.
And he didn't even follow up to get the second one off.
Nope.
My goodness.
Oh, just
Yeah,
roll a 5 anyway. No
Get out of that.
Look
Now,
at me.
you're a great lover of the comedy of people doing things wrong and it working brilliantly.
Yes.
So presumably you're going to snake this just to add to the comedy gold.
Yes. That is that's very much what I expect to happen. Hey, wrestling game. Actually, I need to 3 dice with my war dancer so I can blitz that ghoul. I could also just 2+, but to be fair, 3 dice it is. And every roll, we use the 1.
Yes, there's only 1-1. That's definitely used it.
Yes, right?
There could never be another 1.
Exactly. There can be only 1.
Gone now.
I heard that before. There can be only 1, isn't it? Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, and then they made 5 films, so there clearly was quite a lot of them, wasn't there?
Fuck's sake, this game.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think you should stall. You are going to, you cheeky.
Oh. Oh, this is so bad. It's so bad, but it's going to work, isn't it?
It's getting a die. It's getting. I still got a reroll. I might just go get 85.
He'll probably gang foul the tree. You know, it's.
He's killing my team. People again killing my teams. It's every time you hear PC. Have you spotted that?
I was going to say, in a sense, you're both, because you've got the touchdown and he's killing people.
Yeah.
And that seems to be largely the aim here.
He has a really good record with that team.
Well, perhaps he's going to beat you up in the first half and then score 3 or 4 in the second.
Yeah.
By suddenly caring about the ball in some way.
Yeah, I guess that's the good thing about it. If it's not been 85 war dancers, there's no way he serves that player.
Yes, I mean, it's what I've always said about sometimes a distraction player, a player you know they're going to go for, can really alter the shape of the field, can't it?
Yeah. The only problem
I mean, it happens a lot with goblins and secret weapons.
Yeah.
Even if they've got ridiculously strong armor, if you put your chainsaw at risk, they will move heaven and earth to get hits on it. And that can sometimes open up half of the field and allow you to get away.
And you're right,
Absolutely, I'm with Ali Ryder. But if you've got 9 elves, you've no right to moan whatsoever. And if one of them's a tree, you're basically ahead.
It's Elmwood. Elmwood the Strong.
Elmwood of the Twat Magnet family.
That's such a shame I forgot to name it. And the best thing is you cannot use twat as a name, but if you put twat with something else, you can use it. So twat magnet in one word is fine. Twat magnet in two is not. It's brilliant.
What a great piece of programming.
Yes.
I'm sure they've told their mother they've made computer programs.
Cyanide Blood Bowl is the best form of Blood Bowl there is, simply because the UI and all the programming is flawless.
It's actually the best.
And 12 other jokes you can tell yourself.
The best new thing we got on Fumble was when we didn't have to name our players anymore. It was brilliant. The best that just changed to Fumble. So he gets a free reroll because he's not using them anyway. So that's fair.
How is that not fair?
I did say it's fair. There's nobody on Mr. Track Magnet.
Fair is a very interesting word in Blood Bowl.
It doesn't exist.
Absolutely. It's a nonsense concept.
The Track Magnet is
I
free.
love people theory bowling, trying to create a fair Blood Bowl or a fair racings or fair tiers. It's never fair. It's just
Differently cheating.
Yes, how to cheat in a million different ways.
well,
Why are you blitzing my wrestle piece instead
gaming
of
the
my
meta and cheating. There's a hair's breadth between them, isn't it? It's tax avoidance.
And why are you basing my tackle player?
Because as you keep saying how dangerous it is, perhaps that's a genuine.
I don't understand. I officially don't understand anything.
Why would he allow your tackle players freedom?
Because I got 2 of them. Now I need to choose who to have. I guess the defenseless ghoul is the most funny.
He's advancing a dodgy wolf and a ghoul. It's keeping those safe, isn't it? So there you are. There was a plan.
But I can only hit... Oh, wait a second. Can I hit the ball? Oh no, he can count. What a shame.
Who for counting?
That's
See,
not a problem. A product
now
of the
you
English educational system.
You complained about me...
Now the tree's constantly taking root.
yeah.
Yeah, this tree's been terrible.
So... What are we going for?
Burn the tree.
Burn the tree!
Kill it before it lays eggs.
Just take off and nuke it from space. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah, it really is.
You shall not score.
I can score on the wolf in the other side. It's not really going...
I was being specific to a one person.
Oh,
Seeing
yeah.
you in the singular.
Somebody else will score. We don't care about that. We care about him stalling around. That's a bit annoying with the tree.
Ooh, look at you with the cheeky.
Cheeky dodging.
We've got us going, Freddy.
It does look, I mean, I presume you're as zoomed out as I am. It does look very much like they are doing a dance around the tree. I think you're officially being maypoled.
And there's nothing I can do about it.
If anyone doesn't understand the maypole reference, it's Yet another one of the shameful English pastimes that we occasionally admit is our heritage, where young nubile, sort of 13, 14-year-old women dance around a pole whilst dressing it with ribbons. And yes, it is apparently a huge phallic thing.
It is. It absolutely is.
I remember the first time I showed my non-English wife Morris dancing.
That's
The
weird.
shame, the cultural shame I felt.
That's such a bizarre thing.
It's desperate, isn't it?
Morris dancing.
It's a yeah. I've
I
seen
can
it
sort
in
of live with well dressing, but not Morris dancing. No.
Okay, so we'll get dice. We'll get to try to strip all that Wolfie. I will imagine. Have a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting he came up the side where you'd taken the ghoul out, rather than swapping to the other side where the wolf was unmolested. And he had players in the centre, he could have ignored the tree, but instead he's, pushed very hard down this side.
Okay.
I don't see how this is defended at all.
Well, against elves it's very difficult to see that, yes.
Where is the...
I mean, there's a guard next to it.
Yeah, so it's red dice, I cannot really...
That counts as a defense.
And it's a 3+2+ to get into it. What the...
No, it's not.
Wait, the strip ball? 1, 2, 3...
Oh yeah, with the strip ball it is, but with the tackle it isn't.
No, but I need strip ball. It's a red dice.
So those 3+2+s are both with dodge.
That is
They're not hard 3+2+. You probably should still get there with a reroll.
We still probably want to mark just a bit.
And then it is 2 uphill, so yeah, it's not easy, it's not a gimme. But I'd be amazed if we don't see you go for it. I know you'll play.
Oh, fuck's sake. It's my drive. Might as well. Boo! Shakalaka boo!
That's a big choice. Giving up the last of those rerolls. But then if he had any sense, if you hadn't done it, he'd have kicked you in the face.
Yeah.
But he's got 2 turns to score it, so I'd have holed up specifically to do a lovely foul.
A big old stomp on the ward answer.
Absolutely. 3, 4, 5 assists at least. And there was just a zombie range as well on the kicker at the back. So it probably did need re-rolling.
Yeah, it would have been fine if it hadn't been a skull. If it's like been double both down, I'm not sure.
And of course, this being a counter, there's not going to be a 1.
And it's pretty annoying that 2+2+ didn't work. I could really use with attacking the tackle the Garda, so he couldn't move the Garda forward. Are you surfing a catcher? Not? I'm not. Got 3 rerolls. I can do it that way, but that's not what is he doing? Tell me what he's doing. I don't understand again.
How should we know what he's doing?
Why not blitz with the block piece and then surf if needed with ghoul instead?
Yeah.
Because that would be a 1 die, and I think this guy's very 1 die averse.
But he got block and no block. But
yes, still there's a skull on 1 dice.
Yeah,
Whereas
that's a
there's
1
not
on
as
a 1
many-
on a 2 on a 6 D6.
Yeah, I know.
And rolled plenty of them. It doesn't kill me.
There's no
I think-
1s on my D6s. There's only 2 through 7.
Ah, cool.
That's really unsubtle. What you should do is have 5 twice. No one expects 5 twice.
That's a good point.
Ah.
But I do unironically have dice that don't even have a 1 on them. It's just literally 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7. That's still.
Are you a role player that used to have to roll d6 plus 1s a lot?
Nope.
Why
I
is it-
do have a d3, which is 6-sided and has 1 to 3 printed on it twice. Which I use for d3 roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Instead of this complex idea of halving it.
I played Warhammer for a few years. D3s are common.
Was it carrying the wardrobe around on your back for all the figures and rules that made
Yes.
yourself?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And also the toxic community that played.
Right.
That was less fun.
So 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus.
I still play Warhammer, but only with friends.
Sure.
I used to play in tournaments, but it's just, ugh.
Oh, I see, yes. I once looked at a couple of YouTubes about that, and it looked awful.
Hey!
Yeah. People, I mean, much in the same way that you would react in Blood Bowl, it's just worse.
That's not a great scatter.
But the rules are also, I mean, much more designed for mates, aren't they? They're much more interpretive, much less exact where everything is. And
No, it is pretty accurate. There's always rules discussions because Games Workshop are absolutely dreadful at writing a complete rule set. So there's a lot of interpreting that has to be done. Which is often why Games Workshop release erratas. So there's like rule clarification. So what we've actually written in this rule here is supposed to mean this, or change this sentence under this rule to this because this is the way it's supposed to work.
Come on, catcher.
you'd have thought, I know this is a very old-fashioned concept, they might have just done it right the first time, but... Okay, now that really is cheating, Core. It's...
What? What? It's only cheating if my Garda do the 2 plus
You've given
2
him
plus.
so many lovely surf options, but none of which are the one with the ball, so he might actually have to go for the ball.
What is this nonsense?
And going for the ball is with that 2 plus 2 plus slightly harder.
Yes, it's not... Yeah, that was, again, a very strange decision as to where to put a guard.
Oh, yeah. So we could block that
Okay,
alignment.
I see.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, when you might need the ghoul to get the ball. It's odd, isn't it? Well, he's got another ghoul. Clearly he thinks one will be plenty, so...
That ghoul
This
is
is
coming
what?
in.
-2 into... -2 again?
Obviously.
No, because the ghoul is coming in to take the assist, so it's 1 dice into -2. And then he needs to knock me down and score with the wolf now.
No, because the white the other side has, so it's 1 dice into 1 dice, but...
Oh yeah, 1 dice into 1 dice, but it's the wrong way if you're
But
going
there's
that way.
nothing to fetch. It's pushing it the wrong way and there's nothing to fetch.
Well, I mean, there's a wolf to go play a fetch, but they're not really good at it.
Yeah, now I'm very confused.
Yeah,
Has he got a player I don't see that's going to be able to pick this ball up?
maybe a chain
On which players?
to try and make
Everything's
the
moved.
better, but it's shit.
It's why
Maybe he should
that
just-
zombie...
What's he done?
Oh, he gets the
Why
one.
that ghoul hit was so... So that pointless ghoul hitting the lineman would now have the ball available to it
Yes.
to score. This is...
And now he needs to touch out to get us going for it.
So 5 plus 3 plus, easy peasy. Post reroll, easy peasy.
And there's tackle. So yes, it's post any rerolls.
And then what? Throw with a zombie to the wolf who somehow get... Oh, this is terrible plan.
Yep.
I think it's the lack of a plan.
Or the let's start a plan and then just not
He's
change
not
it.
risking the wolf on the dodges. That doesn't surprise me.
No.
Well, look, you need a plan. I've always said a bad plan will do, but not that bad.
Unfortunately, his wolf come back and my player stayed out. But,
And as I said, had that ghoul not done the completely pointless block on the line elf, because the guard was already in there doing all that could be done. He could have done exactly the same and had a ghoul free at the end. And if you're taking a long shot, if it pays off, what are you doing then? You still need something at the end of it to actually capitalise on the long shot. So good thinking to get that long shot, that 1 die into 1 die, but the ghoul wasn't relevant to it, and the ghoul around afterwards would have made it so much better.
Right, I'm going to go do some drinking PC games with a few mates. I'll let the stream run in the background so I can listen to sloshed KFoged. Take care, you two.
Yeah, I also need to speed up so I can get over and watch how the hell Dimmy's. Dimmy.
Absolutely.
Nobody tell you just called him Dimmy.
That you're beating a shitter instead.
At
I say
least
beating, it's not done. You know, he's got dangerous weapons, and you
It's
are
a good
running a
team.
little low on health.
Yep, it's a good Necro team. Besides keeping that minus, besides actually in this state having all the positions and keeping a minus movement ghoul, it's a good Necro team.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to blame people for that. People get very attached, don't they, to the players that are skilled up. And they may not feel they've got time to build anything else, that they need something that's effective now rather than that is slightly longer term. Particularly, there's a week left in the season, so...
Yeah. 6 days, yeah. It's a bit annoying he's hit your force back.
So be honest with your legion of adoring fans. Are you hoping he scores nice and early, or are you hoping you stop the score?
I'm fine with both. I would probably, since I'm not that many players, him failing is probably the best option for me. Did he get a free reroll again? No,
Getting 2-0 up and then genuinely not worrying.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to force an early score and risking him stalling up for the 1-1.
Yeah, now I might actually go for that sack. The 3+1 die strip ball.
Yeah, people underestimate. I try not to, but I do still. Every time a vampire and a wood elf is going to go for you if you give them even half a chance.
We can 2+2+ to make it potentially a 2 dice.
I do like a 2 dice. And you're going to need the equity up there anyway, because he's going to try and recover it instantly.
And if that fails, I can just pack it in. Actually, had that been better? No, that's been 2+2+ as well. Got 3 rerolls for the same reason. Two plus. Yep.
To be.
KO.
Well, I told you shouldn't have gone for that. You're a fool for listening to me or whoever it was that said you should.
Yeah, that's fine. I like 3+. That's pretty good odds. I made the 5 go for it on the 5. And then roll 2 into 1.
Sick as egg. Vampires can get balls any turn they try to. So the question is, how hard are you going to make it for them to try? And the ideal situation for vampires is to come for you turn 1 or turn 2, while they've still got lots of vampires and lots of rerolls, and they haven't started eating their thralls. So if you give them, show them a little bit of leg, you can make them come at a time where perhaps oh god, this just sounds awful as I hear it back. You can make them attack the ball at a time when perhaps it's not optimal to them.
I did hear it. You can make them come.
If not, they'll try and just pull you apart for 2 or 3 turns to get, an easier shot. But they can always do it. Hypno Cheat is such a powerful skill.
But it's one of the team as well where the best laid plans can fastly just go away again.
Oh, it's one of the ultimate hubris tests, isn't it? You make a beautiful plan, it's all there, and before you even do your first action, your first vampire says, I want to eat something.
It may also be slightly a problem that everything seems to be stuns.
Always so negative. Surely the great advantage is that nothing got
Yes.
well, apart from the ones that got casualties. But that was ages ago.
Okay, it's not scoring. It's not scoring. Garda can stand up. I can hit something down here. Tackle is ready for next turn. It's all fine.
Yes, your options are a little limited, but
I just need to not use
you have
rerolls.
some. And as you said, he's not going in this turn. Next turn is possible, and I don't know. You've still got a lot of elves. That's the problem with stunning them. Is he can get where he wants, but does he really want to? Because trying to defend for 5 turns against elves is tricky. Particularly if he defends like he did in the first half.
That didn't help me.
Yeah, I should never have talked up your tree in the first half, should I? It's been shocking sin. Elmwood is dead wood in this game right now.
Yeah, you just need a push so I could blitz the fleshy and then get both linemen over in front. That's only a 1 dice made. And you cannot put the flesh golem because you need the flesh golem in front of your cave. Did he just?
We did. Well, I'm not gonna. I thought that was a genius move. Well done here. Nah, unfortunately, that's also the ultimate result. If you could have chosen a dice there, you'd have chosen both down.
Yep.
Because otherwise, even a lovely pal would have taken him out of the way of the dancer. That was literally the best dice you could have hoped for.
Yeah, so now we can potentially hit the Wolfie, depending on the better if he didn't knock me down. And it's going to be interesting somehow having to drive with this.
Well, you don't have to. You can just hold up at the back and make him try and come and get your ball. Plus the KO might come back, giving you a huge number of elves. That tree, Jesus. I wouldn't burn it. It would probably set fire to the chimney.
Yeah, it's nothing.
That's the
great.
third route in about 4 turns, isn't it? And as we said, those stuns were enough to let him get major on-field advantage, but it's whether he's even trying to score. I think he is. I think he's going to go in 12 if you don't stop him.
And I'm
Which
probably
gives you 5 and him 4 to defend it, which is it's enough for both of you immediately.
Yeah, that was a good turn.
And it goes, yeah. So the phony war is over. This is the drive that matters.
Why didn't he hit those 2 line elves with block fires?
Some people absolutely advocate that if you're scoring that turn, it should be all you do. And he has got a lot of damage on you already, and the KO does not come back.
No, but if it's done that, it's been still a lot dangerous.
6 elves is still plenty dangerous, you're right. Particularly when 2 of them are dancers.
And one was 85, and he's getting the ball, I think.
Yes, but 85 is a lie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe not getting the ball, actually. Nah, he's getting.
This is a fascinating last few turns, because with the pace on his wolves, it's got to worry you.
It's good practice for the weekend. I'll probably end up playing Wood Elf like this.
Yes, you're in the big old dome this weekend, aren't you?
I am.
Against Crucifer. And he's taken your Amazons away.
Yep.
Despite fielding both dwarves and chaos dwarves. That's a really interesting pick. You are extremely good with Amazon, but I've seen you play them.
I do think I have a crew. I can find a quote with Cruz say where he recognized that maybe Amazon's dwarf is not a slam dunk.
It's certainly not in that build.
No,
They
it's
often
better.
roll as much guard as the dwarves do.
Yeah, it's get worse higher up in team value where they get the multiple mighty blow piling on shit. You get more rerolls. That's a bit of a filthy kick. Might need to hit that fleshy.
But he's got 4 turns and 4 re-rolls to steal your ball.
Fucking hell, I'm tired of this game.
This game. Dogs like trees, you just shouldn't mess with them. Oh, that's not...
I'm like, come on, game.
Now, I hate to be the prophet of gloom, but I'm not hopeful here, Carl. I think
no, this is bad.
This is not what you would wish.
Hey, Wolfie.
Putting it in the mildest possible term.
Yeah, I'm running a bit late, getting into this game. But I got
here. You need Nuffle to make up for that by doing exactly the same back, or else this is problematic.
You could start by rolling both downs and then failing to dodge out. Did he just KO my catcher? I'm not watching him getting cider.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Sure. Because that's...
Yeah, the catcher's gone.
But it's in a tackle zone.
Yeah, the ball's in no worse a position, that's for sure.
And he got 4 rerolls, I got 1. And I'm used to 1 on this freaking guys.
You've got 5 elves and a reroll. No causes to lost.
Got 5 elves and a reroll. And it's dark and we're wearing sunglasses.
I was thinking more of the Che Guevara quote.
Oh, that's fair.
The revolutionary begun, no causes to lost. But I'll take Blues Brothers.
But he's moving a lot of equity to that side.
It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. He is.
And is he trying to pick it up with that?
There's you know, I think he probably is. I think he's going to go for the pickup here.
And if that fails...
There's a lovely chain using the
Stop knocking my players down. It's not fair. I only got X of them left.
You really can't moan if someone hits an elf that has no block but does have guard. I would hit that like beating a ginger stepchild.
Okay, so we into... Ooh, can I do that? Can I afford to?
That's interesting. Interesting place to start.
I really want to put the guard up. Well,
He's got 4 rerolls, but he doesn't try the pickup. I think that's interesting.
That's 2+2+. Kinda need both war dancers, I think. I don't have, but 1 reroll, I'm a little bit limited on what the hell I can do.
A little place there. I mean, massively.
Massively just roll double skulls. But that's a good
some days you're the windshield, some days you're the fly. Perfect scatter, surely. And gets away with it.
Yeah, but you cannot really go for it. Okay. Can we get some...
Well, that all looks perfectly safe.
Yeah, what can go wrong with this? Can even, if it fails, we can even get a screen up here. So if he messes up,
Yeah, that's that last elf into position was absolutely lovely. Really holding that screen in place,
To be fair,
dovetailing really well with the tree as well. There's a huge amount of pitch now that is just ruled off for him.
yeah, I must admit,
Elf-tastic, mate.
I still rather had my reroll and missed that touch.
Oh, I'm sure.
But that's only a
And-
1 dice on the ball, actually. I completely forgot it's a gap, Bill.
Oh God, I thought you put the guard behind like a big clever thing.
No,
you
I
just
was
did
just...
it because it was the only elf you had.
Yeah, it was literally the only elf I had. That's correct.
This is why when people say, "Oh, that's a great position," well, how made you think of it? And I was like, I just clicked stuff and saw where it ended.
So it's 1 dice into 2 against, if it even tries it. He's going for the Gala instead. Oh, I don't like taking the both down there. That's not helping him at all.
No. Well, as I said, you'd secured off a big section of field, which he was going to struggle to get anyone into. He hasn't done anything to change that, and then he's gone for a hit that also hasn't changed it, and not a hit on the ball. It's some strange decisions.
He could take in the push and at least getting the Garda out of position.
Yeah.
Or he could have
And
blocked the line on the other
if he
side.
then downed it, maybe had a chance to move afterwards,
Yeah.
but also put you in a tougher position to get out. It's some very strange choices. However,
It's
that
still bad.
said, you've still got to make a 2+ to move, and I don't believe you're going to.
I actually kind of have to make 2 of them to make it anywhere. If I need both war dances, go back.
Yes, but even the first one's almost certainly not going to happen.
Oh, and why is
Tree's
that wolf going there?
gonna-
I'm going to. He must know I'm going to the tree because that's my only cover. I cannot really go forward though without a reroll. Because if I go 1 forward, I could get chain pushed into the flesh golem. I can literally only run straight to the side and 1 square up.
Yep.
Kind of. If I had a reroll,
Yes.
I could put the war dancer forward. Hey!
Rerolls are for the weak.
Oh la la! Look at this. It's the most open cage in the world, and then it failed.
It's one of those days where he's begging for a one, and they just don't seem to come.
We've got kind of a screen now. It's a pretty wide screen, and it's definitely not stopping 84 or anything with dodge.
No, I mean, I'd be just laughing at it and coming straight through it, but he has expressed very little desire to do that. I mean, his AG4,
actually,
a single 2+ to get through, isn't it?
Yeah, if the last line elf had come through, at least I've been having something to run up to next turn. Like, he could also just run everybody back to the middle of his field and laugh at me there.
Oh.
Oh, he's running out of time. He cannot do that. Oh shit. Now he's going for Trap Magnet.
What the? Okay, I think I see why he wants to get the assist in, doesn't he?
He wants assist, yeah.
From the zombie, and then he's going to dodge through. But it's, yeah, I don't hate it, except I always hate anyone hitting a tree because it's so unlikely to get what you want.
And it's still a go for it, and of course he gets the
It feels like one of those days where it is going to be exactly what he wants.
5+.
Power, of course.
So what time are we on? Oh, he's going for that, but what the actually fuck? Somebody hold my umbrella. Oh, oh! Did that just happen? Come on, tree. Be the best tree in the world.
Sorry, my teen daughter just returned wet from a walk in the rain.
Oof.
Back.
What do we do here then? Could get him up. I don't hate that. And it's another one. If I could get the Garda up there, I could have blitzed with the War Dancer, so it was a 2+, just to get the other War Dancer down. Oh dear. That would have been a brilliant 2+. So yeah, if you could have get the guard up there, and you could have blitzed here, and getting Mr. Tackle down standing beside the other War Dancer. Oh shit, and Theo's been playing? Hi Martin. We also need to finish this game so we can get into Rebel Clan. You should be playing. Is he going for that again? Come on, 4 dice, no pow. That's the 2 first. And that's no pow. The dream is alive. The dream is alive. Oh baby. It's all 2+. Oh, 3+. 2+. Oh baby. 2+, 2+, 2+, 2+. That's a terrible placement. Still 2+. How are you doing, Martin? That doesn't make any difference either. And a power in the War Dancer doesn't make any difference. Besides injuring him, of course, and giving him minus movement. Fucking hell.
It probably made him feel better.
Yeah, it didn't make me feel better. I don't have money to replace him.
We were all responsible for our own happiness.
Okay.
But yeah. Ouch.
And it was again a power. I guess I should be feeling thankful for not losing this game. I've been absolutely smashed to pieces.
You have had a death, 4 casualties, and a lot of KOs. And frankly, you've coached the arse off it to get into this position. So.
2+? Hey! You are
And
mad.
you've won it. So, I think a lot of people's sympathy with all the deaths will be there, but perhaps also they're looking at the 2-1 scoreline a bit.
It's a lovely vibe. Oh! And the tree got MVP!
Well, look, on the first half performance, I think we'd have said that was deserved. And at least he's alive.
We got a new wrestle.
No skill for him.
No, we got a guard.
Oh, did he?
Oh, I got guard on lineman.
Oh, right.
So now we got 3
That's
wrestle, 2
two
guard.
naked linemen with guards. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit shame with that war dancer, and we don't have money to
It
replace
is.
him. So he will stay for now, and we need to find Yusuke.
Yes.